This is Joey of Underage Packers. Thanks for tuning in into episode 1 of my mini-series, I guess you could call it, where I take a deeper look at the 2021 Packers draft class, basically looking at where they fit in with this Packers roster, what holes they could fill, and where I think they would be the best over the long-term plan for their career. So not so much as a film analysis or player breakdown, but more of a gist of what role will they be filling on the Packers, and what is their best plan for the long-term success in their career. Today we're going to be starting off with the Packers first-round draft pick, the corner out of Georgia, Eric Stokes, who's kind of an unexpected name, kind of a quiet pick. A lot of people didn't expect, wasn't in the popular mix of names for the Packers, especially after the news of Aaron Rodgers came out on draft day. Everybody was pretty much crossing anybody that wasn't a wide receiver off their board. And once again, the Packers surprised. Well, they didn't surprise most normal Packers fans or most out of the casual ring of Packers fans that knew that cornerback was a big need for them, not only in the short term, but also in the long term. And that was certainly proved in the NFC Championship game and all throughout the season. And just looking at their contracts coming up, the Packers have 0 cornerbacks under contract besides Eric Stokes now after the 2021 season. I think the popular idea at the cornerback position for the Packers this year was they were going to look for a slot guy, a guy that can play inside, especially with the new implementation of Joe Barry's Vic Fangio-style defense. Joe Barry talked about that extensively in his opening press conference, the importance of a star cornerback. And there were some really good options available for the Packers at pick 29, with Asante Samuel still on the board. A really deep class at that position. A lot of guys that would fit that need excellently. But the Packers went a different route and went with a speedy guy. Stokes is kind of known for that. A 4.25 40. It wasn't ran on a combine this year. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the official timings, but he is fast. There's no doubt about that, and he is definitely more well fit for the outside. So what that means for the nickel corner will be interesting. I'm really interested to see what we're looking at week 1 on the defense. If they decide to throw Jair Alexander on the inside, maybe they move Darnell Savage up, because not only did the Rams like to move their safeties around quite extensively last year, Darnell Savage also has that experience moving up closer to the line of scrimmage. Then on the outside, obviously, if Jair Alexander is on the inside, it's kind of changed, and we might see Kevin Keene and Eric Stokes as your 2 outside corners, but maybe Jair stays on the outside, and then I'd see eventually Stokes taking that job from Keene, even if it isn't immediately, and even if Keene still has that job starting day 1. But Eric Stokes presents a lot of different skills, techniques that Kevin Keene does not have at all, just does not have the traits for it. Obviously, he's a lot faster. He's not going to let too many guys get behind him like we saw with Kevin Keene. Hopefully, Stokes is not as injury-prone as Kevin Keene. He can stay on the field longer. And then he also is just a much more a physical corner, I guess. And, that was kind of a big thing with Kevin Keene, that was his big special identity trait. But especially in these last 2 years, whether it was because of injury or protecting himself from an injury specifically because of the contract year, he just, one, was unwilling to tackle, and was also just struggled to get in the face of wide receivers. So Eric Stokes hopefully brings a whole new aspect to this Packers defense. And I think that outside corner position is kind of where he fits all throughout his career. Hopefully his speed does not decrease too dramatically all throughout, not too early. Hopefully we have this 4.25 speed at least throughout his rookie contract. And, maybe slow down a little bit, but hopefully his claim to fame or his special trait always is his speed, because I'd love to have him and Jair Alexander, 2 physical athletic cornerbacks. They both scored somewhere in the high 9s on the relative athletic score. So there is no doubt about it. These are 2 athletic specimens. And if Eric Stokes develops into what we hope he can turn into, then the Packers secondary can become absolutely electric. Obviously, with Jair Alexander, no need to mention him. They're already the best cornerback in the league. Darnell Savage, who had a great second year, taking another great step in his second year after showing a really promising first year, paired with Adrian Amos. Hopefully, he can solidify himself in his third year as a very elite starter, one of the best safeties in the league. And then Eric Stokes at cornerback number 2. I doubt we'll see if he ever becomes greater than Jair Alexander, but I won't doubt him at this point. And the Packers get that fast, speedy corner that they've been lacking for a while. Hey, let me know your thoughts on Eric Stokes and his long-term fit with the Packers in the comments down below. Also, let me know your thoughts on my very controversial Packers draft cap. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow us on all the social medias, and I'll see you later. As always, go Pack Go.